Today's term from psychology is the Lucifer Effect. The Lucifer Effect is the term we use to explain how good people turn evil. The first assumption is that people can be good or evil. Yet there are no absolute, universally accepted definitions of what is good and what is evil. Something that is good for me might be bad for you, and something that is good for you might be bad for the guy down the street. And of course, an action that's good for me today might have long-term implications that are ultimately bad for me. And an action that's bad for you today might have long-term implications that are beneficial for you. We run across this situation every day when we deal with our children. So let's restate the problem as what makes ordinary people do things that even they would consider to be awful? Well, ordinary people do awful things due to a combination of situational influences and power given from authority, acting on their own individual personality. At least, that's the most popular theory. One of the most studied areas in social psychology is the influence of groups on individual behavior. So there are many classical experiments we could mention on this topic. However, there is an underlying question of what we actually mean by the terms good and evil. This, of course, means that the definitions themselves are often situational and require a degree of knowledge of all present circumstances and future ramifications that are impossible to know. Consider that it's possible to perform an incredibly good act or an incredibly evil act simply by accident. This is, in fact, why our legal system has become so complex. So, people can't be defined as good or evil because we have the ability to act as both, especially since what is good or evil often depends on the interpretation of events after the fact. Ordinary, normal people can be induced, seduced, and initiated into behaving in ways that are irrational, stupid, self-destructed, antisocial, and mindless, especially when they are immersed in total situations that impact human nature in ways that challenge our sense of the stability and consistency of individual personality, of character, and of morality. In short, ordinary people who are placed in a position of power tend to abuse that power for personal gain almost immediately.